Well, I work for a nonprofit, and what you all offer here for us is a great way for us to use it on our social network. And what got me interested, well, I could also say that I'm a media brat. I love being on camera is one. I mean, I think if you were scared of a camera, you wouldn't do this. I love our message, I love our mission, and if this is a way for people to find out about it, so be it. Me personally, I'm gonna have to think for just a bit. So probably when I started, which just last fall, we produce about 4 a month. So 9, 40, maybe 38. Getting the guests, and it still is a challenge because either people are scared of the camera and just bow out and say no without even thinking about it, or you schedule 4 guests and 2 have to back out because of schedules. It's hard to get a consistent number of guests for the show, but as far as material, you can always come up with new material, so that's not hard. To be honest with you, doing 4 shows all in a row wears me out. And the hardest part about being a producer, I believe, and the host of it, I really have a wonderful intern that's helping me produce mine. She's doing all the post-production. But being here as a host with a guest, having to think, listen to them, and then think ahead of what you're going to ask them that's relevant, that moves them along, that gets the information you want out. So your brain's working 4 times faster. It's just a lot to concentrate on. Again, I love being on TV. You know, I think I would love to be a reporter. I think that'd be fun. So I accomplish a little bit of ego there. I have to be honest about that. But mostly it's getting our mission out. We're able to use this through the permission that you've granted us to be able to put it on our social media. So people can go to a show, and what I found was a lot of these boat owners and lake people didn't know a lot of the information that we're sharing here. Well, our target audience are lake lovers, people who use the Fort Loudoun Lake because that's what we keep clean. Some environmental people. I'd like to reach people who are interested in the same things we are in preserving an asset here in Knoxville, Tennessee. But I'd like to reach other people. I'd like to reach a bigger audience, and that's with our social media, people that are doing similar things in other states across the globe. I'd love for them to kind of catch the wave and be interested in what we're doing. I have people that text me or call me and say, I just saw this last episode with so-and-so, whoever my guest is. Wow, that's great. I had no idea. Those are how emails and phone calls and conversations with people I run into. So we're able to tell how many people are actually looking at it. There's specific details and facts about our Fort Loudoun Lake that they did not know. I have people from TVA here, know the history of why the dams were even built. I have people from TWRA that can inform people of what they're looking for out there and what they preserve. I have our zone managers, and they're daily out there and they're telling the audience what they see and how they can help. Advocacy, I have some other nonprofits like Carol Evans from Legacy Parks, and she let us in on the whole Beaver Creek project and how they're going to get rid of the weeds by using goats. I mean, just interesting stuff like that that's going on. If you look at the list on CTV, even on our regular networks in Knoxville, I don't know of any other network or any other show that is lake specific. I just don't. I don't know of any other ones. There may be some around the nation, but I believe that, and some of this is the producer, I guess the host, we have some really interesting guests. And you have to have some dynamic questions because just watching 2 people talk is not that interesting. Bad English, the funnest, one of the funnest guests and shows. Carol Evans is always great because she's full of information, she's vivacious, she's great to look at, she's wonderful, and she's been at this a long time. But Kathleen Gibby and she's not the head of, but she works for the head of Parks and Recreation. And then at that time, Amy Poehler was making a big splash on Parks and Rec. So I joked that she was the Amy Poehler for Knoxville, Tennessee. And of course, her boss is Joe Walsh. So then the whole joke came up about Joe Walsh, the musician, who quit all his music and then came to Knoxville, Tennessee to head up our Parks and Rec. It was funny. That was spontaneous. There is the good old-fashioned face-to-face. We throw a lot of events. We just had a big burger night event at the Orangery, and that's a great way to have a face for a cause and to be able to answer people's questions. Another one is Facebook. We're constantly posting, not too much, constantly posting on Facebook what we're doing out on the lake so people are in touch with us. They understand that we're out there every day and that we have advocacy programs. Our website has been completely changed, thank goodness, because now instead of a calling card, I can just tell people, go to the website. And you could be anywhere all over the world, go to the website. And if you go to the website, you can look at the YouTube and see any episodes you want of CTV. We have a monthly newsletter. And usually in that monthly newsletter, it's over in the side column under Director's Notes is check out our latest show on CTV, and there's a link directly to it. So every show gets promoted, actually.